Hello beginner dragons, this is Mr. Van, and today is going to be the beginning of the 4th week, which means this week is stripe test. So when it is stripe test, you should be wearing your karate pants, your big top of your karate uniform, and your belt. For this week, for this video, I'm not gonna do a warm-up because I feel like we have a lot to do to wrap things up before stripe test. So you guys can do whatever warm-up that you guys want to do. I'm not going to tell you a specific one. It can be whatever one you want. You can be one from last week, the week before that. It can be a basketball warm-up, a football warm-up, whatever warm-up that you guys want to do. It's really nice out today. I don't know about tomorrow, which because I'm filming this on Sunday, this video is coming out on Monday, so I don't know how nice it'll be outside tomorrow, but today it's really nice. So if you guys want to go outside and do something for a warm-up, that's perfectly fine with me. You guys should go outside because it's really nice now, and you should enjoy the weather. So anyways, as I was saying, we're not going to do a warm-up this video, because I don't want to make this video too long. And then now we're going to talk about our physical and mental goal, which is going to be intensity and modesty. So you guys should know what intensity is by now. It's not very hard to understand. It is basically being able to show our emotions without saying what our emotions are, but only using our physical body to do it. So an example of that is if I'm stressed, or if I'm angry or something like that, I'm probably going to be tense up in my chest and looking down, or tense in my whole body in general, and not really looking out towards people and looking down. Stuff like that. That would be a sign of stress or anger or something like that. If I'm sad, I might be crying or really shy towards people. If I'm happy, I'm going to be smiling. My posture is going to be great. I'm going to be looking people in the eyes. Stuff like that. That is examples of intensity. And you guys do this all the time. You guys don't even realize it, but you guys do it. That's why when your teacher asks you how your day is and you guys are in a bad mood and you say good, they probably know that it's been a bad day for you. Or the complete opposite, if you are in a good mood and you say you've had a bad day, they probably know that you're telling a joke or something like that. So another example of intensity is showing off how serious you are in a moment. So let's say that you are really scared of something. I don't care what it is. Let's say it's your big brother. So let's say you have a big brother and he's really scary. Maybe you're 6 or 7 years old and they are 25 and they look really scary. So to show how serious you are, you could either have your shoulders hunched over, you have bad posture, you're looking down, and you're walking by them really fast. So that shows them that you're afraid of them. That sort of thing. But if your shoulders are back straight and you walk calmly and like you actually aren't afraid, that is a different side of you that portrays that you aren't afraid or something like that. It could also be if you're afraid to ask your mom or dad something, you want to see how serious you are. Because if you guys are asking your parents for, let's say, a new iPad or something like that. Let's say you want to ask them for a new iPad. If you guys are laughing and smiling and stuff like that, they might think that you're joking. But if you guys are very serious, you have a straight face, and you guys are telling them, this is the reason why I want my iPad, this is some benefits, stuff like that, then they're going to think that you're serious and take your suggestions seriously. While if you guys were laughing or crying or not looking them right in the face, they won't think that you're serious. They're going to think that you're joking or not really trying to get them. So stuff like that, that's intensity. Now, the second thing that we are working on this month is modesty. So modesty is basically being able to be proud of what you have achieved without bragging or making other people feel bad. So if let's just say I won this competition. I don't know, whatever competition. Let's say you're a really big basketball fan, and let's say your favorite player just went to your favorite team. That's probably a bad example. Let's say you're a big basketball fan and you just played rec basketball and you won the championship. So now you're friends on the team that you just beat to win. So there are two types of people. There are people that are very modest, and then there are people that are full of conceit. So people full of conceit will probably be mocking the other team, probably laughing at them, telling them that they are really bad at basketball, making fun of them, stuff like that. And then there's the modest people that will shake hands, tell them a good game, hang out with them afterwards, tell them that they played really well, stuff like that. So that is what I want you guys to imagine yourself in. If you guys are the losing team or the winning team, which one would you rather be? Would you rather be the team that gets made fun of? Or if you guys are winning, do you want to make fun of the team? Or do you want to be the people that tell them that they're having a good game, that they played really well, and stuff like that? So you want to think about it from both angles. So if I was on the losing team, me personally, I wouldn't want to get made fun of. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to get made fun of if I just lost my game. Or if I'm on the winning team, I don't want to make people feel bad. So, in my opinion, you guys should be the modest people and be like, you did a good job, you played well, stuff like that. So you want to think about how other people will feel after you do something. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't be proud of what you just did. So, yes, I just won the championship from rec basketball. So, maybe instead of making fun of the other team, we celebrate by having a pizza party or something like that. And we have some fun instead of making fun of the other team. So that is basically what modesty is. It's being able to be happy about what you did without making the other people feel bad in the process. So that is our physical mental goal of modesty and intensity. Now would usually be the time that I tell you guys to do a warm-up. Again, I'm not going to do a warm-up for this video because I feel like we already have a lot on our plates because this is stripe test, so I want to do a lot of review. So I don't want to give you too much of this video just in case you have something else to do. So we're just going to move on to our form. So first we're going to do our form, then I'm going to give you some critiques that might help you guys work out some details that you guys don't know yet, and then we are going to move on to our I don't want any trouble, and again we're going to move on to review of how you guys can make that I don't want any trouble any better. So first we are going to do our form. So we're going to take a knee like so. We're going to do 2 cat paws, cat paw. So we are starting with our right hand with our right leg on the ground, so cat paw, and then our other hand cat paw. We get into our guard stance. We are going to do a touchdown block, so touchdown, twist and punch, front punch, and then we are going to do a chop. So all together, we're going to do it one more time. You guys should know this. We've done this for the past couple weeks, so we're going to do it all together. Cat paw, guard stance, touchdown, twist and punch, front punch, chop. Now, that is our form. Now we're going to move on to some things that might be able to help you guys and will enhance your technique. So, first, we're going to talk about our cat's paw. For our cat's paw, make sure that you are hitting with the bottom of your palm. Our palm is the surface of our hand. So this is a palm. So if you guys are giving a high five, that is what you're hitting with, your palm. Now, I want you to put your bone out right here. That is where you want to hit with, because that's a hard surface. And if you hit something with a hard surface, it's going to hurt them. So if you are hitting someone, you want to make sure that you use that part so that you have the most amount of power. So cat's paw, cat's paw. You want to make sure that you use the bone for both hands. So this hand, cat's paw, this hand, cat's paw. So cat's paw, touchdown. We've gone over this a couple times already, but make sure that you're still using the bone. Again, it's a hard surface. You will be able to hit something really hard with it. So cat's paw, making sure that you're going a little past your leg, because if you just stop right here or you stop right here, if someone's trying to kick you right here, you're not going to be able to block it. But if I go all the way through, if someone's trying to hit me right here, I'm still going to be able to block it. If someone's trying to hit me in the knee, I'm still going to be able to block it. But if someone's hitting me from behind, I can block that too. So instead of stopping right here or right here, of blocking just the knee, go a little further out, like so. Making sure that you're hitting with the bone. So if you're actually hitting someone in the leg that's trying to kick you, then you have that power so that it hurts them instead of hurting you. So touchdown, twist and punch, vertical. Making sure that it's vertical is pretty important. You guys don't need to know this right now, but if you guys want to be a karate kid or a black belt, or you guys want to move on past beginner dragons, you're probably going to need to know this in the future. But when you do a punch, especially in this art, in Tung Sudo, which is what the teenagers and the black belts, I'm sorry if you heard that, there is a car outside, but anyways, if you guys are doing Tung Sudo, or you guys are going to be a teenager or a black belt or an adult and doing karate, and you're still at McCoy's Action Karate, you guys are going to do Tung Sudo, where the punches are horizontal. But right now, you guys are doing American Kempo, which a couple of weeks ago I said was a close art, which is true, which is why you do a vertical punch. If you guys were doing Tung Sudo, you do a horizontal punch because it's farther out. But this one is really close up, so you guys can aim for smaller targets that maybe you won't be able to at long range. So there is something right in the middle of your chest. It's kind of like a hole where you can hit and it knocks the wind out of someone. So if you guys have ever felt like you can't breathe, that's sort of like getting the wind knocked out of you, but getting the wind knocked out of you hurts a lot more. So there's a part of your chest where the rib cage connects, and that is called your solar plexus. And if you hit that really hard, you get the wind knocked out of you. And luckily for us, if we punch vertically right in that spot, that makes them get the wind knocked out of them. So if someone's trying to hurt you, you punch them right there, they won't be able to breathe very, very well, and that's pretty good for you, because then you can run away and they can't chase you. So make sure that your punch is vertical. Same thing with the other hand. So let's try that one more time. So cat's paw, touchdown, making sure that we're going past our knee, twist and punch, making sure it's vertical, right to our center of our chest. Other hand, same thing. And then chop, making sure that it's neck level, because there's a lot of nerves up here, which is a lot of, how do I say this so that you guys understand? Nerves are places where if you hit, it hurts a lot. So there's a lot of nerves over here. So if you hit, it's gonna hurt really bad. So you wanna make sure that when you're hitting there, you hit around your neck level, so that if you hit someone there and you actually hit them, they're gonna actually feel it instead of thinking that you're just slapping them. So make sure that you're chopping right around your neck area. And those are just some details that you might want to work on. You don't need to work on all of them. You can work on a couple of them for now. Next week, next month, we are going to get more into detail about these details, and then the month after that, it's going to be really nitty gritty. So you don't need to work on them just now. These are just introductions, so you guys can understand what's coming up in the next couple months and weeks. But now we're going to work on our I don't want any trouble. So first, we go I don't want any trouble. We get into our guard stance, making sure that we have our toe heel line. We do an up block chop, making sure our hand is open. And we do a front kick, bring it all the way back. So one more time, it looks like this. I don't want any trouble. Guard stance, toe and our heel are in line with our target. Up block chop, front kick, bring it back. So we're gonna do a little bit of detailing. So again, as I said, we're doing an up block and a chop. The chop is the same thing as we did in our form, where you want to aim for the neck area, because there's a lot of little nerves, which means that if you hit there, then it's really going to hurt. So if you hit someone, if you're practicing this on someone, don't hit really hard when you do that chop, or else it's going to hurt them really, really bad. So if you're practicing this, do it in the air, do it on a pillow, do it on something. Just don't do it on a person, especially if you're gonna hit them really, really hard in the right spot, because that will hurt a lot. So chop, and then the other hand, we'll do an up block. So normally our hand is closed for an up block, but this one is gonna be open. You wanna make sure that you guys are blocking right here instead of with our hands, especially with our fingers. We don't wanna hit a block with our fingers, because if someone was actually trying to hit us in the head and we block with our fingers, they're going to break our fingers and we won't be able to write, we won't be able to type, we won't be able to use our iPads or whatever that you're using to get on Zoom and talk to your teachers. So that's just a whole mess. You guys don't want to do that. So make sure you guys are blocking with your forearm. So you do that up block chop. Now we are doing a front kick. You guys know how to do a front kick. Some details that I want to make sure that you guys know. There are 4 parts of a kick. There's the chamber, which is up. There is the kick, which is out. Then there is the rechamber, which is back. And then there is the last part where we just put it on our foot. So make sure that you guys have all 4 parts, because if you guys don't have all 4 parts, you're not going to be able to do the kick. Like if you just lift up your foot like this and not do the chamber part, you won't be able to have as much power as if you guys did the chamber part, because this and this definitely has a different amount of power, and you can tell which one has more power. If you miss out on the second part, which is the out, you're just going to be able to just lift up our foot and then bring it back down. So that's not a kick in general. And then if you guys do miss out on the third part, then it's not really going to be able to have as much power, because this, you can tell, has more power than just this, where we just leave our foot out there and put it down. So, and obviously if you miss out on the 4th one, you're just going to walk around with one foot in the air all the time, which isn't good at all. So make sure that you have all 4 parts instead of missing out on 1 or 2 of them. Anyways, another detail that I want to make sure that you guys have for that front kick is making sure that our toes are pointed 45 degrees. If you guys don't know what 45 degrees is right now, it's basically pointing towards a corner. So pretend that you guys are standing in a little box, and there's 4 corners of the box. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you're pointing your toes to one corner, that is 45 degrees. So let's say that the center of the box is right here. 45 degrees is about right there. So I'm pointing towards the corner that way. And 45 degrees that way would be about this. So that is what you want to do with your toes. So when you guys do a front kick, you want to point your toes towards a corner of a box and then kick so that you have more power, more balance, and you can push off the ground more so that you guys have more power. That also means that you can hold out your kick for much longer. So if you guys want to balance, you guys can balance. One more thing, for a front kick, make sure that you guys are hitting with the ball of your foot. So that is when you guys go on your tippy toes, your ball and your toes are touching the floor. So think about where your where your foot is touching the floor when you're on your tippy toes, and subtract the toes, and that's basically where you want to be kicking. So you want to kick with your ball of your foot. Don't kick with the toes of your foot, because if you guys do, you're gonna break your toes, and that means you can't walk, and that's not really good. And other than that, I think that is all that you guys need right now. Make sure that you guys are practicing this, because Thursday is strike test, so you don't want to fail that. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.